Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie if you're new, and today's video is going to be a recap about my time in medicine. But before we get into it, if you could like, comment and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. So let's just get straight into it. If you don't know, I am a doctor. I'm now in F2. I did my medicine rotation in F1. It was my last rotation, so that was from April to August. And I was specifically on endocrine and diabetes, but really and truly my ward is basically a general medicine ward, so I didn't really see specifically any like endocrine stuff. I guess more than would have been seen in clinics, so that's why they went on the ward. But yeah, I will start with what is expected as an F1, or what a typical day as being on a medical ward is like. You're supposed to start 8:30, then we have like a meeting at 9:30. So between 8:30 and 9:30 you're just kind of prepping notes for when the consultant comes, and then you'll have the meeting, and the meeting's like an MDT with like all the doctors and nurses, the discharge planner, PTs, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, like trusted assessor, like everyone's kind of included, so you kind of know what's going on. And then after, you'll go in the ward round, and you'll just see the patients on the days. For my ward, it'll be Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays will be full ward rounds with the consultant, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are like half ward rounds where the consultant would only see the new patients that were admitted overnight or sick patients, and the rest will be like, you know, the ward doctors will see. So I ended up seeing patients on my own, but I would only see like patients that I knew or were stable. Any patient I wasn't comfortable seeing, one of the like SHOs or registrars would see. So it never like felt like I was on my own or anything like that. And yeah, like you'll just do the ward round and you'll just carry out the jobs in the afternoon. Nothing fun, nothing spectacular. It was just very much admin. Obviously you would talk to the patients on the Tuesday and Thursday ward rounds, but the Monday, Wednesday and Friday was just the consultant, so you're literally just, you know, scribing in the back, and then just doing the job. So it was, not gonna lie, a little bit boring. Yeah, I found it boring, let me not lie to anyone, but I did enjoy the on-calls on nights, because they had switched it on when it was my rotation, where the F1 would be clerking. So it literally just felt like being an A&E again, but obviously the other side where the patient has been seen by an A&E doctor and it's now being referred to the medics, and I'm now seeing them. So you already have the investigations like done and the results, so it made it, you know, you felt more complete when seeing the patient, because you had an idea of what was going on. And again, like you had the medical registrar there, so it never felt like you was on your own. And yeah, it was just nice, rather than when you're on ward cover as an F1, because then you're just getting bleeds about, you know, prescribe this or do this, and like you just kind of feel like you're running around like a headless chicken when you're on ward cover, sorry. Whereas yeah, on call nights, I feel like you was being a doctor again. Whereas on the weekends or evenings during a weekday, you was doing ward covers, so it was boring. Again, it was just like doing, you know, can you prescribe this, can you do this, like, so very underwhelming. But the way the rota would work was, I think I had 14 nights in total in the 4 months, and then you would do, for like the long days, it would be like Monday, Tuesday, work a normal day until 4:30, and then you're on call from 4:30 to 8:30, so you'll go and get the bleep, and you'll just do that, yeah, like Monday, Tuesday 1 week, and then the next week would be the Wednesday, Thursday, and then the week after would be the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I think I did that twice, like that whole thing twice. So yeah, it was like 4 weekends in total, so 2 nights and 2 long days. The long days were actually pretty chill. They weren't too bad because there was 2 SHOs and a reg until 5, and then I would carry the on-call bleed from 5 till 8, which was handover, and then 8:30 is when you finish. So it was never like too crazy on the weekends, and even the weekdays wasn't too bad, so it was all right as a ward cover. But again, like, it was kind of underwhelming. Nothing really crazy happened when I, like, on my shifts, which I guess is a good thing for patients, but I don't feel like I learned that much whilst I was on call, apart from when I was on nights. And yeah, like, that was really it, really. There was like, the rota kind of was quite stable. You'd mainly be doing normal working days, and the time wouldn't change between 8:30 and 5, like that was the normal day. And yeah, like, I would say the things that I liked about medicine was, I guess, the structure, the fact that it would be like, you would be doing normal days. At least, like, every week you'll have at least 1 normal working day, or at least 2 normal working days. And like, you stay on one ward is yours, compared to like surgery where it's like over different wards. It's just, you stay on the ward, you know the patient. So I got to know the patients well. Like, you get to know the history, because when you're writing the notes, it's a lot more thorough than when you're on surgery. So on medicine, you will look for, like, you'll write down the bloods in the notes, you'll write down like the scans, and like, you get like a bigger picture, whereas on surgery it's just focused on, you know, why they're here now, what surgical intervention do they need. They don't really care about everything, anything else. And so yeah, it got me better at, like, you know, understanding the patient more and looking more in depth and a greater picture of their history. And I did enjoy the nights as well, because I was clerking, so it felt like, you know, I was actually doing something, and being a doctor. I think really and truly that was my main positives. And obviously starting later was great, like that extra like 30 minutes. To be honest, most of us would get in at 8:45, so it was an extra 45 minutes compared to when you're on surgery, which was great. But I'd say, like, the negatives was just like, it was again like senior led. You wouldn't really make your own plans. It was just literally listen to what the consultant said. You kind of, I didn't like staying in one ward, so you just feel like you're stuck. Like, with medicine, there's nothing else to do. Like, you're not doing anything to the patient, you're not doing any procedures or anything. So it just felt very much admin babe. You would just be on the computer doing that or whatever, like booking scans or this and that. So very much admin babe, and you would just stay in the office, which I didn't like. I felt like trapped a bit. So yeah, it wasn't really a bit of me. And yeah, I just felt like not that stimulated. There was a lot of, like, I feel like patients were like overall like stable. There was nothing like too crazy going on, or the ones that were like really complicated, we'd end up getting them transferred to another hospital. So yeah, it just didn't feel like I really learned that much on medicine. But I did get a lot of 0 days and bank holidays and study leave, so I had a lot of time off in medicine, which was good. No one's ever complaining about having time off, but I think in terms of like learning, I didn't really get that much. So I would probably rate my general medicine rotation a 6. In terms of living my best life, I did very much enjoy it. I felt like I had more of a life because it was generally normal working days. I had we had like study dates, self-development time, which was half days every 2 weeks. So it felt like, you know, I had a break, and then I always had like study leave. So it just felt like I had a break from being in the hospital. my annual leave. There was a lot of bank holidays in that rotation, so I got a lot of time off, which was great and just gave me time to reset for like F2. But yeah, in terms of like developing myself as a doctor, I don't think I've really got that, apart from when I was on nights. And 14 nights was a big jump from doing 5 nights when I was on surgery. So I'm kind of proud of myself that I got through that, because they were hard, especially like the 4 nights ones I found hard. Like by the 4th night you're literally like, I'm done. But I managed to get through it, so I was really proud of myself. And it's like one of those ones, like when you actually finish the nights, you literally can't stop smiling, because you're like, I can't believe I actually got through that. But yeah, like I said, 6 out of 10. Not anything to rave about. Probably giving it a high amount because of the time off rather than the actual rotation. But yeah, if you have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to drop it in the comments. And once again, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.